If you understand that you have a $10,000 balance, obviously you would need to know what your balance is, but you don't need to see it. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? You know what your balance is, you know how to calculate your risk, you understand the instrument you're trading, you understand your leverage, you understand everything that you need to understand in order to make your calculations and practice proper risk management. Great. You do not need to see your calculations every second. Jerome Powell could just say good morning or sneeze and this whole trade goes against me. So the trade part. So this entire trade basically went from start to finish without me opening the trade section on my MT4. That's the thing with trading. Unless you understand price and you understand your strategy, understand why you're entering, why you're exiting a trade, and not that particular trade, but in general, why you enter trades and why you exit trades, you'd be able to see these things play out even when you're in a trade. Welcome back to another video. Yep. So yesterday, right, we had this trade. I remember giving y'all a little rundown on this trade, and I remember changing what I was risking and aiming for, and then changing it back as well. But this trade from yesterday is still open. I haven't closed it as yet. In fact, I even had a buy limit that was a little bit lower. Let me drop down to the 5 minutes so I can show you guys. But yeah, I had a buy limit right in line with that, right? So it got hit when price come down to there, and so I have two positions open. But on the prop firm account with SiegFund, I only have one trade open still. I keeping the risk, stable, constant for that account. So we're still up in profit. So I have the trade open there, which is on the prop account with SIEG. But here's the thing, right? Oh, you can see the broker that they said they're using, which is Whole Capital Markets, and that's another plus that is sticking to the word. But this whole not checking, so you see the bottom here, it says trade in the middle, and when you click on that screen, you can see a balance, equity, how much profit or loss you have with this trade. I believe that's one of the worst things a trader can do. I believe this is the worst option on this app. Like, to some extent, it's not necessary. Like, the functions that you see when you swipe the trade, those are necessary. Your equity, it's not necessary. Like, this is me personal, right? I could be completely wrong, but the equity, you seeing your equity as a trade is not necessary. You seeing your balance as a trade is not necessary. You seeing your, I want to say, margin percentage and free margin as well. And here's why, right? If you understand that you have a $10,000 balance, obviously you would need to know what your balance is, but you don't need to see it. That's what I'm trying to get at, right? You know what your balance is, you know how to calculate your risk, you understand the instrument you're trading, you understand your leverage, you understand everything that you need to understand in order to make your calculations and practice proper risk management. Great. You do not need to see your calculations every second. You do not need to see when the price fluctuates, your margin percentage, your equity. You do not need to see that because it messes with your psychology. It's harder to get over something once you know it exists rather than to get over something that you aren't even accounting for. Yeah, so it's just the extra factor that we have to battle as traders, bro. The whole psychological thing is all, it's made up of what we see, how we feel, what we hear, what we do. It really is. And if you don't view it that way, you can have a hard time understanding how you could better yourself because you don't understand it. A lot of us as traders, we believe that psychology is just a mental thing. Yes, psychology is mental, but it's not just mental. In order for you to understand it, in order for you to improve it, you must take physical action. You must have physical things that you can see, hear, touch, smell, whatever the case is, that will eventually lead to an improved psychology. And the thing is, we go about trying to fix our psychology by using our minds. We try to meditate, we try to do all these different things, but when it comes to trading, bro, it's more than meditating. It's more than you trying to fool yourself and convince yourself, say, oh, I can hold this trade, I'm a profitable trader, I'm this and that. This is not speaking into existence. You can't manifest being a good trader. I am 115% sure that a profitable trader is the only thing you can't manifest. You could literally can really manifest moving a mountain. That's possible. That's 150% possible. But becoming a profitable trader, you can't manifest though. You gotta work there. You gotta make yourself into that. And the only way you can do that is by starting now. It's by doing the physical things that you can do that'll affect your psychology, right? It's a process. You do now, you see results then. You don't do now, you don't see results then. But anyhow, this ain't a ranting video because it's not the weekend. Cannot afford to spend too much time cussing myself because basically myself cussing. Y'all just watching me cuss myself. But I don't have a trade as yet. I am considering closing this trade once we get to 9:30 open. Wherever it is right now, whatever it is choosing to do, I do not care. It's still point A to point B trading. All this price action to me is still pretty bullish. Regardless of what it's doing, it's staying above in the green zone far much more than it is in the red. And if you watched my previous videos, you would know that because of back testing, I was able to find out that most of the trades that are winning trades linger mostly in the green area. And on the opposite end of the stick, those trades that linger mostly in the red zone would most likely be a losing trade. However, that's not written in stone. Even though this linger in the green zone, it could still very well and just tank. Some news could come out. Jerome Powell could just say good morning or sneeze and this whole trade goes against me. So I'm gonna keep it open and close the camera for now. Go do all the other stuff that I gotta do before the trading day actually begins to me. And I'm gonna come back and give you all that update once we get the ball rolling. We back, and well, you see what's going on the screen. I was just up so much. I don't know. I still don't know. I haven't checked the balance or the equity or floating profit or anything. But look, this damn price action on 9:30. 9:25 actually. From 9:25 we started having this like impulsive movement to the downside, and boy oh boy, I'm thinking honestly I have no idea why or where it will go to. I don't have any, stop loss at break even or anything, so it could fall if it wanted. But boy was that unexpected. I don't know if I should close. I don't know if I should keep it open. But one thing that I'm considering is if I close, what's gonna be my next entry? What's gonna be the next trade idea? Okay, I am less stressed now that I see that fair value gap that was farming is now closed. The candle ain't closes yet, but that's at least something to know. If the volume bar closes bullish, it will be good. Yeah, it would be good if it closed bullish, I believe. If it closed bearish with a small body, that's also good, I would say. And now like I was thinking about having a second entry right here. Well, that would be the third entry. The first one, then the small was down here, and this one would be the third entry. But for this one, my stop loss would be here, and I'm not too sure about it because we're still in this trade. Everybody, y'all hear it, right? Y'all just hear a plane passing, no one had one passing. This one's got put up it. I ain't cutting it because I gotta see price action. I must not. Would be nice if I could have just speed this up or something. Even though it's already moving pretty quick. I need to start aiming for shorter targets to make shorter videos. If that's something y'all want. Like if y'all don't mind the longer videos, then by all means, I'm gonna bring it to you with the most value that I possibly bring, right? And I'm not gonna take as much as your time. But the time and the value, they got balance at some point or trade off at some point, So more value, more time, less value, less time type shit. Cause this is trading, bro. This ain't tutorial on how to edit some on Premiere Pro. Don't get me wrong, Premiere Pro complicated. That's why I use DaVinci. So respect to those who use Premiere Pro. But you get the idea. I'm pretty glad that I haven't seen any of the amounts on the chart or anything, because at that point right there, when we just broke above that same height, I would have been pissed. Like if this trade was not still, if this trade was not still open, man, and that's on the funded account, but on the personal, yeah, I would have been really pissed if that it closed on the down. But let me see. I don't know. I might, and I'm being honest with you, I might take it once we get above this height. I know it looks very bullish. The volume itself is in support of bullish movement beyond this point, but we've been in this one since yesterday. I suffered a lot of ups and downs in multiple positions because of the one retrace and down here. So even if not on the prop account, I'm going to at least take it on now. So we watch. watch this. Let me watch this. If this thing drop below here, I might take it as well, bro. Let me see. I can come back in. I ain't gonna open. I ain't keeping this up. I am stepping away from this chart. I'm gonna come back, checking with you. Don't check numbers. We got this, bro. We got this. Alright, and we're back, and obviously we have a whole lot to talk about, so I don't even know where to begin, but oh my, all the extra noise here. So the last place I opened this camera, I believe the price was at maybe 460 something, I believe. Yeah, I think we were about like around here. It was like 9, right? 9:30, and we had them wicks, that was candles. Let's drop down to the 5 minute, see if it's looking a little bit more familiar. Yeah, we had this price action that pushed down, and then we had this one coming up here, and then price started to consolidate. But what I ended up doing off camera up to now, actually, yeah, I did end up seeing the amount because I had to close the trade, but I didn't check the trade part. So this entire trade basically went from start to finish without me opening the trade section on my MT4. I actually closed it on the chart itself. I could tap on it and close, and then you see with close with profit at the bottom. So this is when I actually saw profit, but I ain't check it as yet. I'm gonna check that right now with you guys. But I ended up opening the charts after I saw all this price action, and I said I would step away from the charts. I stepped away from the computer, yes, but I still had my phone, and I opened MetaTrade up, and I was looking at it. I saw price action. I was periodically checking trading view on my phone as well, and I was looking at the volume information in conjunction, I should say, with the price action. So I saw all of this movement, and I noticed that this volume, this candle right here, this bullish candle, right, it had smaller body. The volume itself was smaller than the one to the left of it, which was a bearish volume bar, but the body was indicating that maybe we want to push from here, right? The next one, the next candle is the bearish candle with a large wick to the upside. So personally, I wanted to take it once I saw this wick here after we took out this high, because it kind of looked like price didn't have a willingness to push further, and it already filled these gaps, so there wasn't much resistance to the downside. But to me, because this wick was here, there was still some sort of resistance to the upside, and I saw the price made a push, an attempt to push higher. And once this candle, the same bearish candle, I hope like you could actually follow me. I'm talking about this candle right here. Jeez. Alright, so this candle right there, once I saw it close, I was like, alright, watching the volume, and the next candle, upon the close of the next candle, because I saw it was bullish, yes, the volume bar was less than the one before, and the candle was larger than the one before, but it's at this area where price might not even want to push higher than here, because we have large volume from this area indicating that we would like to sell, indicated here, here, and here, right? And we do have large bullish volume, but that's from this area right here, and us being at the top here, the fact that we have weak candle movement, no support for a move to the upside, so there was no fair value gaps to me. They were just liquidity, and yeah, just liquidity, no open fair value gaps. You can argue that this one here, if we just extend price, was an open gap, but because of the fact that this was already this upper gap was already retraced into, and volume was also like one of the main factors that helped me hold this trade and close this trade when I closed it, because I exited this trade on the close of this candle right here, this bullish candle. So it was like not perfect trade or perfect timing or anything, but it ended up being a good trade regardless. The only downside is I honestly didn't even get a chance to open Telegram and update all the communities. I updated the VIP community, but the free communities, I did not get a chance to send the message across and close and all accounts and all that, because this close immediately price just start tanking. I was like, okay, I could tell everyone to at least bring their stop loss to break even, because we're at a significant area and price might want to push and go for lower or something. So let's just bring stop loss to break even. That was within the 5 minutes. I couldn't get to tell the VIP that I just said that I'm exiting the trade right now, and here price already past break even, and then just start shooting more. There was no retracement coming up for me to, you know, say bring stop loss to break even again. No, we just went straight for stop loss. So that's the thing with trading. Unless you understand price and you understand your strategy, understand why you're entering, why you're exiting a trade, and not that particular trade, but in general why you enter trades and why you exit trades, you'd be able to see these things play out even when you're in a trade. But from a signals perspective, you can only do what that person is saying, and if that person can't react like within the second or within the minute, things like this can happen. And yeah, it's just, to me, it's unfortunate. I always encouraging y'all to not take signals. To me, signals is just, you know, the little aid to help, you know, but you still have to be actively watching your charts. You can't just take the signals and just rely on the person to close your trades for you, or, you know, they can tell you when to close the trade or tell you when they're closing a trade, but really and truly the signals are just stop loss, take profit, and entry. It's not micromanaging the trade. You have to do that yourself. So it's still unfortunate, but I won't really count this here as a win-win. I ain't even show y'all the profit. I need to refresh this page because probably ain't show up in there. Oh yeah, see this line moving up here. $274. Again, 274, 800. This is the one-step account, by the way. So for those of you who would like to give this proper a try, link would be in the description to get 12% off on any purchase, any account with them, you know. So go ahead and check them out if you are interested. But we're still going very, very good so far with this prop firm. Absolutely no complaints. Still a very smooth process. Yeah, today I'm not seeing today's profit, or was it this one? Third, no, it's third. So this is today's profit, $63. Yeah, I honestly don't pay attention to like average RR and profit factor and things with a rate or none. Honestly, it is what it is. I don't, you know, I don't care. Like, it's good to see the info, but I don't have a target. I don't have anything. I'm just trading. I'm just following these rules. How it look at the end of it, that is it. I ain't trying to make it look a certain type of way, you know? What the heck am I scratching my face? Anyhow, that should wrap up this video. That's where we are. I am not sure if I'll be taking any more trades for today, but if I do, then I'll start a brand new video. So we're gonna call it here for this one. If you made it to the end of this video, then you got good attention span, kid. I virtually hug you, but hey, big up yourself, G. Until next time, remember to like, subscribe, comment too, why not? I reply to those, but I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.